Welcome to St Kilda Celts TV 2025 season. We have the directors of football, Mark and Tommy, and they're going to give us a little rundown of the season ahead. So take it away, Tommy, please.
Yeah, so Tommy Kelly, I've been with the club now from 2015. So I've been with them for just into the 9th year and started playing on Saturdays. Came to the club because I came to Melbourne. I had no mates really, and I got told to come down to St Kilda Celts because set up for the Irish expat community, and made my way down there and met a good bunch of lads. Played for a few years on the Saturdays, then progressed on to down to Sundays, and after our little hiatus from the leagues, I came back and took over as senior coach from State 5 to State 4, winning the 2 doubles, and I had to step away for personal reasons, and that's where we are at the minute. Now I'm director of football with Mark here, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's great. And on to you, Mark, just a bit of background for when you started.
Yeah, Mark Owens, with the Celts since 2021. Actually got word of it from the skipper, actually, Gary, a mate of mine, who kind of says to me, come on down, similar to Tommy, seeing the Optus video on from some of the founding members. So kind of knew what the club was about before I come down. Designed really for expats, helping them out, make mates, socialise, and obviously to play a bit of football as well. So 2022, joined your team actually, I think, Johnny, wasn't it? Yeah. I was there for a year with the Resis. The following year obviously took over from yourself as Resi coach, and then the year after, which was last year, took over from Tommy as senior coach. So yeah, that's where we're at. Similar to Tommy, obviously there's a lot of work involved in that senior game. So for personal reasons, decided to take a step back and help out on the committee. So that's where we're at.
Okay, Tommy, if you'd like to start and give us a little rundown of the season ahead and what you're looking forward to.
Well, after taking the break, you don't really switch off. Mark will probably agree with me there. Like even though we stepped away from the game as managers, we were down at every game since. And then when the opportunity came to join the committee and do this role as director of football, I thought it was a great challenge because we know what this club has to offer. We know that we've got a great group of lads from the last season and the seasons previous, and we always get an influx of players, which is one of my favourite things about this club. Is every year we get a new group of people coming down wanting to join the club. We get fresh blood, but this year is particularly special, I think, because our committee grew in size. We've got great plans for the future. We really want to obviously kick on in State League 2. We want to get promotion. Obviously we want to win because we're used to doing that, but promotion is the aim. And I think one of my focuses, I think, for this is really growing the club in the community and trying to get more of a community drive behind us from St Kilda and maybe even just Elwood as well and around us, and also to focus a little bit more on the development of the youth teams and trying to make sure that it isn't just seen as an Irish club. Even though we are historically that, we are inclusive of everyone, and we want to try and push that across the community, you know.
Well, Mark, give us a little rundown of the recruitment drive this year and how it is bringing new players into this very successful club.
Yeah, like, similar to what Tommy said there, that is it is an exciting time of the season to see what kind of fresh players you're going to get down in terms of quality and personality as well. So yeah, obviously we've run a trial. I think we got 65 new trialists in total. Out of that 65, definitely going to bolster the Resi team for sure. The Sundays, obviously, look, the standard that we're at now, it's a lot tougher to get into the seniors, but I think there's 5 or 6 of them out trying there at the moment with the senior team that have great potential. So that's a big success on the recruitment front as well, just to bolster all squads really for the season ahead.
Well, Tommy, tell us about the exciting news about the new blood in the club and new coaches and staff on board. So give us a rundown of that.
Yeah, so we've got so it's pretty much been a bit of an overhaul. We of the teams that we had, our senior team, we needed to get a new manager. Which we've got Sammy in. We've got Sammy in. It was a bit of a process. We were actually freaking out because that was our first assignment as this role, and we were, for want of a better word, we were shitting ourselves, like, weren't we? Probably. Yeah, we fired out a few posts online and stuff, and we were casting the net, and we weren't really getting much. We had a couple of interviews with a few prospective managers, and they didn't really quite fit the bill. And it just so happened that Sammy was someone that we actually wanted to play for the club for the past, I'd say, 2-3 years now, because we'd always see him down at the Cross, our sponsor, and after the game, and we'd always be having a chat with him and trying to get him on board, and then it just fell into Marco's lap. I think when he was chatting to him one night in the pub, he just says, "Why don't you do it?" And I think we kind of started, it snowballed from there. We had a few meetings with him, and I think after the first meeting we had with him, we were as soon as we walked outside, we were pretty convinced that he was the one for us, and then the nerves kicked in again in case he didn't accept the offer. So I think the senior team manager was the first obstacle. Then we obviously kept Scotty from the Resis from last year, and then you could speak a bit more about the women's team, the recruitment for the coach.
So obviously it's no easy task, as Tommy said. It was a bit of a transitional period, so to speak, in terms of coaches and managers. So yeah, priority was getting the right man in. I think we can all agree we can be optimistic for the season ahead with Sammy. Scotty still sticking around as well, which is key. Next on the list was the women's coach. Obviously Rob filled in, done a great job last year, so trying to build on that again and take on State League 3 is going to be a mission. So similar enough process, put a few feelers out, weren't really getting the right person that we wanted. Luckily we came across Danny Innes. He is good coach, got a good CV. He's managed in State League 3 and 4 before, and 5 most recently for the men's. So plenty of experience there. This is obviously something new for him as well in terms of coaching the women. But had a good chat with him the first time round, and I think we both agreed on what direction we wanted to go with the women. So pretty happy with that as well.
Yeah, and we've got we've retained Demo, our Colts team, our other Metro team, who went last year undefeated. I think they won every game actually. They won every game, and he done a brilliant job. And I think a priority for us will probably be to throw a lot more resources into that as well, because we'll look at that Colts team as almost the foundation of what the Celts should be and could be, because a lot of them are local, a lot of them are young, and they're impressionable, and they're there to be moulded into the way that we want to play football, which is fast, exciting, entertaining football, which to keep bringing people down to our home pitch to watch us and away. And I think the last one, I suppose we have to touch on Kenzo, which was a massive loss. He's done what was it last year? They got to they won their league and got to the grand final, and unfortunately lost out just in the final game there. But he's just recently had another kid, and it was just too much of a commitment for him. So that's going to be one of our next priorities, of getting a coach, and then from then I think we're pretty much set for the season ahead, and pretty confident with what we've got so far. Everyone seems to be in line with, if you want to use the style of play that the Celts have had over the years, which is, I'm going to say it again, fast, exciting, entertaining football. Like, we want to make sure that when we put on the green and white hoops and go out there and represent this community, that the people who come down to watch us go away buzzing and waiting for the next home game or away game to go and see us again. So that is the focus of this club. So we're hoping to get someone in that can follow that with a Sunday team and bring us home the grand final this season.
That's 100%, lads. Well, last thing to do is thank you for your time and wish you the best for the 2025 season. Thank you.